Thanks for joining us broadcast. So today is do go back to Anunnaki for a little bit. It's been a while, and can I give the ruler of the planet, give him some air, give him some space. He's coming back, but just not today or tomorrow. Give him a break. Let him figure out his life, sort things out in his existence. So him and his collective. Other people are. I received a message about this about other people that feel like they're connected to that energy. I haven't got back to them yet, but yeah, it's like a collective. They're kind of a pain. It's not an easy collective to be a part of. So, but that's not what this is about. This is about Anunnaki. Just give an Anunnaki perspective, connecting to the moon. We're going to go more into the moon if I remember going to tomorrow, because that was kind of what today was supposed to be about, but I forgot. I already set this up, so it just won't be in the title. That's all. Moon is part of our reality. The sun, the moon. I mean, alien beings in the moon creating our reality currently, in some form or another. So the moon has a lot to do with our third dimensional existence here, so we just have to figure things out. Jupiter, human being, or a humanoid being. I'm not sure if anyone's ever connected to that, but I've always seen Jupiter beings as humanoid in some form or another. Well, kind of like a skinny gray, but it's still humanoid. It's not exactly like a gray, but it's a little bit more higher dimensional. But they can be very positive, and they can also be very vicious. And I'm doing a channel text on that. Actually, there's a channel text that I did not make public yet. I'm still working on it. So it's funny how they were going into this kind of Jupiter alignment. So I've been picking up on Jupiter energies recently, and I didn't really make that connection until like right now. So, or a few minutes before this. So yeah, we connect to a humanoid Jupiter being. Now it's not like us, they're not physical. They're more fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional, fourth dimensional, but I feel like they are very powerful also. I would say they're stronger than Arcturians, from what I can gather, but also very more vicious than a lot of beings too. Now, not to say, I can get a positive Jupiter being, I believe it's fine. But if you connect to one that's not very friendly, you can get your ass kicked. So that's the energy I pick up from that. And they're like a gas-like being. I mean, some of them are gas-like beings where they can attack other beings. And another thing about Jupiter, I don't believe they don't talk to a lot of other alien beings. They don't talk to Palladians and Syrians, and they keep to themselves for the most part. I mean, they do talk to them here and there, whenever they feel like it. But I still feel they're a more positive race overall. And they are here in human form somewhere. Doesn't mean that they live here, but they are here somewhere. They're not going to go into much detail. I'll have to see what they have to say on that, if they'll say anything for that matter. Also go into the Lyran humans, not the feline, but the humans that are created out of the feline. One thing about the felines from Lyra, I think I've already talked about some of this, but some of them, not all of them, but some of them feel that they're, like an elite. They're part of the human development. They feel like they created a lot of contribution to the human. And you can say some of it went to their heads. I think I mentioned that already. So not all Lyrans are like that, but it's like I feel like there's a little bit of a fight between the human Lyrans and the felines. They don't really like each other. Some do, most don't. So it's kind of like a little bit of a. I mean, the humanoid Lyrans are pretty much feline beings. I mean, They're still connected to the feline race. They're just look more humanoid. So they don't have all the feline attributes as the others do. So there's a little bit of a discrimination going on. And we have their problems too. They come here, bring their DNA, and they bring their problems. So it's pretty obvious. All right, let's go real quick into quick update if I remember what the update is. Science.com at price sessions. Yeah, just go into this show. You have the shop here. I'm on last Tuesday. Same situation here. Got the webinar sign up. Social network, Rabbit, and behind the scenes. So, right. Yep. Things are cooking, I guess. Okay, so we do Anunnaki. I might do more Anunnaki connections. I might do Enki tomorrow. I've been thinking about that earlier today, about bringing in Anunnaki. It's been a while. So give a different perspective. Kind of give him a break, bring him back. And so might get myself into, I'm not sure. So, all right, blessings. Here we go. Figures. Greetings to you. I am Anu. Humans, yes, are taking themselves more seriously of your galactic roots. And this is going to get stronger on your world. Doesn't mean you're going to have strangeness in your skies as of yet. But we do see, because humanity connects to the starseed energies, but they don't always believe it. Now, many of you do believe it, but majority is like, oh, that's nice. And move back, go on to their everyday life, which is understood. This is not something that you just, you talk about your galactic connections, especially people are not seeing these things for themselves. Like they look in their mirror and see themselves turn to a feline. That does not mean those things won't happen. As you're going into a new age, I know that might not be a great word. I'm taking that word and done unruly things with it. But you are going to, like a redemption of your old earth that you are a part of now, that you're here in the middle of renewing, is not. It's like teaching a dog new tricks. That's this planet of adapting to old energies that are now new. The ancient knowledge is now being rebirthed to many of you, but you've advanced that knowledge too, just not accessing it, because your human race is, for the majority, looks the other way for now. Now, think of that time when humanity begins to become a little bit more curious about their galactic selves. Now, some humans, interesting though, have lifetimes as a Jesus being or call themselves Jesus in other versions of Earth, which are many. Because other versions of Earth are just right next, as some of you have dreams of parallel realities already. It's like the next place over. And it's just right there. And you easily go into that parallel reality and then you come back. And as you open up yourselves, you'll see that more clearly. Now, it's not always necessary for everyone to see it just yet, but some have, especially have a lifetime as a Jesus. That is a very intense lifetime. Of course, Is the story correct? Yes and no. But overall, the impact is really what matters. You can dissect the past all you want. There's nothing wrong with that. But just the lifetime alone is still very powerful. So someone that incarnates in your world had a lifetime as Jesus at one time. And sees Jesus everywhere, they get opened up. If you didn't have that everywhere, they would have been fine. They would have been carpet cleaner person or whatever it is. So as you go into more of your aspect of yourselves, galactic selves, as there is going to be blockages, of course, because it's only so fast you can go. Well, you can go faster, but it might be too much. And many want more and more, and we understand that. But your world is now, if your world wasn't so blocked off, you would have all you want for knowledge. It would be, you can have as fast as you want. But because of your world is so slow at adapting, not that you are, but the consciousness is. So that's where you learn. That's the test, isn't it? You can see all of this. You know you can do much more than this. But that's the test. Can you handle this without going insane? There's more to it than that, but that's part of it. That's really expanding your soul. Learning to adapt, but not giving in, not giving up. But I wouldn't call it accept your reality, but kind of. But you accept the situation. It's like you're put in prison. So okay, now I'm in jail. What am I going to do? Well, you make it work for you. Well, you know you're going to get out eventually. So it's kind of like, it's like you're in a situation, but you'll find your way out. Especially those that live with their parents feel that way. And those that are living with their ex-wife is like their ex, whatever it is. So there's a lot of that going on. So what's happening on your planet? Yes, your moon is, yes, not exactly the easiest thing to speak about. It plays a role in your evolution, as you can see. It is not exactly what they're saying. It has other talents about it. About, yes, forming your reality. As many of your alien beings are there currently. It is a outpost. It's a meeting place. It's much more to that, but it is like where beings do connect to your world. Before they come to your world, they have to go through your moon, you can say. Some beings, it's not all. Some just do whatever they feel like. But it is an outpost of a lot of, yes, government meetings are done there also. Obviously, some of you have been there astrally. We also, feel like some of you will remember your connections with the government. Some of you are having dreams of the president. Well, yes, because he needs you more than now than ever. So, yes, we don't need to go into those details. It's not that important. Well, it's not why we're here. It's just you're giving your reality a chance to flourish into a new, we're going to use that word again, age. No matter how many of them manipulated that word, it still says a lot. Your Babylon, as much has been hidden. A lot of it is hidden in India also. India has a great amount of information. As you can see, just by knowing what you can see on the outside, there's much more. There's many more layers there. There's also Atlantean energy there too, because Atlanteans were not just, they were all different types of tribes and races. It wasn't just one race. So some of them became flamboyant, and not as much of your India, and became very powerful, like a god. And maybe it took it a little bit too far, but isn't that what experience is all about? Especially when the world's going crazy. Some Atlanteans beings, showed themselves as a god, basically. Indian gods, basically. Now, some might disagree with all that, but it's all different perspectives. You can take what you will. There still is Atlantean energy there, if you like it or not. Some like to call them something else, which is fine. Everyone has their own point of view. So, blessings to you. Your journey, sir. Greetings to you. We are humans. We're humanoid beings from Jupiter. We are also very connected to Saturn, as we are part of the building blocks of your planet. We do not show ourselves publicly. We are not fashion designers. Of course, some of us are very good at that. We are ones, yes, that work with crystal energies. Some of us are crystal beings on your planet. Once again, we don't feel like we need to show ourselves, as if some of us are very strong-minded. We don't put up with anything you can say. But your planet has a lot of our energies of stubbornness. Of course, you have much of the feline energy too. As some of the felines feel they can get away with anything. Think again. Reptilians are the same. A lot of these alien beings that connect to your world are kind of like children that have always had everything they wanted. Now, some of them are very mature and very calm and kind, but the ones that are not calm and kind are childlike, as some of you know. And vicious children as they are. Immature teenagers, basically, is what they are. So you can see kind of like the teenagers the Rat Pack took over your planet, or at least manipulated on a scale that was unseen by any other world. Yeah, so the teenagers took over the world, basically. And yes, they have a lot of energy, as you can see. So youth means everything. So it goes into, yes, a topic that is not very kind, but yeah, human trafficking energy. Of course, they're going to siphon that child energy from children and humans to keep that youthfulness going on, to control your earth. It's that simple. It's vampirism. It's power over the people. Basically, they take human traffic energy and child energy and put it into them. That innocence to make themselves gods. It's that simple. Well, it's not simple in your terms because you're going through what? So you're dealing with beings that are very powerful. Maybe not in the mind, but in the body. Forceful. Because they know their minds are weak also. Not that yours is weak, but it's a vulnerable place. As they manipulate each other, they're always fighting among each other. Who could be the dominant being to control your planet? There's always different Illuminati energies. Almost like your presidency, which is kind of interesting. Where Illuminati energy is going to go for a certain time and switch over to another one. But this is all galactic. Your families here normally stay the same. Dull, boring. Actually, your alien elites find your humans here, or your elite humans, very boring. They do. Take our word for it. Or don't. But yeah, see, well, you need to look at the elites, the ones that you're aware of. Just old people, old men walking around. Not very exciting. Not really. At least in the public. I mean, if you're going to be an elitist, why not own it? Just tell everybody. At least, I mean, it'll show your ego is definitely inflamed, but also, why let people know? Instead, they hide it. They let others do their dirty work. Because they're weak. I mean, if you see that, so some of you are going through difficult times, but you are getting stronger. Stronger than them. Because a lot of them, I'm talking about your human elites, cannot handle living in a moderate house with moderate things. No, they must have luxury everywhere because that gives them power. It's all about power, as you know. That's why luxury exists on your world. That's your elitist energy. They feed off of luxury. Doesn't mean you can't have nice things. But they really feed off of it. They have to have the nicest everything because of an obsession, because they feel like they have to be power over the people. So, like you buy $500 shoes, $1,000 shoes, whatever it might be. That's part of their energy. It's like they realize other people can't afford it. They don't really care. It's all about them. They'll create an economy for it. So that shows their insecurity, what you're getting a more firmer understanding of. As you're here to win this war by not losing yourself. That's very important. Us as Jupiter beings, we are all over the world. But yes, we don't feel like we have to contact everyone. We contact alien beings, say hi to give them a message. We might have a couple words back and forth, but we disappear. So we are similar to like what you would call a spirit guide, as we are like spirit guides of your Earth. So we're like alien anomalies that the aliens can't understand. Trust me, even they can't figure us out. They have ideas, but not many of them are really spoke to us, because like your guides, you don't really see them. So whispers and things like that. So we do that with your alien counterparts. Now we do that with you. Well, you have your own guides, and yeah, some of us do. Yes. We're not giving away all of our secrets just yet. But we are a heavy influence on your world. Very heavy. We are the ones who keep your world safe. We're not the ones who... we're part of that. There's many of others, of course. But we're not here to dictate, tell you what to do either. We accept your decisions, but we're there to assist you the best we can. Because humans make the decision, just like a child in a family. You know, you make a bad decision, and we just help you through it. Now, you're doing this on a collective. There's a lot of people here. So we're not here to make your choices. We give you choices, but you make the choice in the long run. That's why everything takes so long, because usually the fancy is what sells, yes. But not always the best thing. Candy sells great, but is it really good for you for a little bit? Then you want more and more and more. And then you have your drug addict. So. And we try not to show our energies too much on our planet, yes, because our energies can be it's like a drug also. So we do come to people in their ayahuasca. Now, yes, there are positive Jupiter beings, and there's some that are far from it. Yes, want to dominate the world themselves. But we do come through drug highs. Now, we're not the only ones, but we just don't leave our energy signatures out very often. Like I say, we keep to ourselves. You have enough to deal with as it is. So, but we are around them. Greetings. Greetings to you. I am a Lyran humanoid. Yes, I am connected to the felines. I do not have feline eyes. Some humans, early humans, had feline eyes, even feline claws. Not exactly fur on the hands, as our hands are similar to yours, but early humans were, we call it Neanderthal-like. Yes. So every alien race has a version of human. We were furry humans in the beginning. What is not said exactly? Your early humans, there's different types of humans here on your Earth in the beginning. There were Neanderthal beings, but there are also beings that look like you currently. Now, some might argue that Well, there weren't many of you, but there were some of you, which also became the archetype of what the Lyrans would use. As the Lyrans perfected a lot of it. Less hair on the hands, arms, 5 fingers. Now, yes, not everyone's going to agree with all this. Everyone has their own perspective. Just the way it is. Well, everyone has an agenda. Well, some don't have an agenda, but they see it their way. And some alien groups want to force their agenda on others. So, winning the argument of how this world came about is kind of impossible. Even the aliens are having difficulties. It's always going to remain a mystery. But it doesn't mean you can't solve it in your own way. What matters now is your own existence here. As feline or humans, as we are the next generation of the feline, as we felt, some of us felt discriminated against. Or some of us were even destroyed after being created. Obviously, felines are not gods, but they took different DNA and shaved off a lot of hair and changed the facial features. That was similar to the ape and also connected to other beings, but without going into full details of that. Well, the ape is the architect of the human. Even the ape got tired of being pushed around. I mean, most of the alien apes are humanoid, meaning just like you see in the Planet of the Apes, basically. Just a walking, talking monkey being. That, yes, they evolved into that. But over time, it became more of the human that you are today. So every alien race has their own version of human of some kind. Even elephants have their own version. Of course, with an elephant head. So why we are here is even our own race turned against us as Lyrans. Now, it wasn't the whole race, but some of us felt, as some of us are Agartha, some of us slowly evolved into what you would call elves. And some became fairy beings, the tall fairies. So, felines became, your Agartha beings. So, you wonder where some of that comes from. It comes from more genetic manipulation. Genetics is, yes, part of the alien compass. And it would be here too, but you have too much going on as it is. But it is happening behind the scenes of developing, enhancing the human. As food does that, of course. And even chemtrails have involvement in that too. So you're always evolving, even if you're not aware of that you are evolving. It's happening on a daily basis. So our connection to your world is survival. As even us that became refugees had to find somewhere to go. Even our own people hunted us down. Yes, we saw our own people be killed by felines. They hated us. Many of us also became like what you call Star Trek. We had to figure that out. Yes, we just stole ships. We stole a lot of things. Well, we became like pirates. We had no choice. Some of us were well loved because we were perfect, but the rest was not. If you didn't meet that criteria, you were not accepted. You had to go on your way. Now, once again, not all felines are like this to humans, but there's a dark history. Like all histories have some kind of darkness to them. So a lot of us had to figure out space travel. Of course, we had assistance. We were taught to a certain degree, but we had to figure out things on our own. So we had it right in front of us. And your world did too. Your world's a whole different story. The reason why we are here, I said nobody is perfect. You put an alien on a pedestal, they'll take advantage of that. You might like these alien beings, that's fine. But don't put it, because they will take advantage of humans that worship them. as your religions are doing. Religions, some of those are actually feline beings at one time, called your angels. Angels with wings that are felines. But of course, they change things. They remove the feline energies. It removes a lot of things. Now, obviously, finding that, looking back in the past, but there are kind of felines with wings and things like that. But there was facial features that were feline-like at one time. And felines with wings was very prominent in your past. Forgotten, but it was. Well, it's up to you to connect with that on your own. So there were warriors, not all of them. So, like angel wings, yes. There's just a lot about your history is never going to make completely sense, but as you go into your awakening, you'll feel a little bit better, a little bit different than what you're used to. So that is our contributing to your knowledge and your evolution. So blessings to you all.